Hi, how are you? My name is Mwalimu wa Sales, also known as Ndegwa. Currently, I'm the lead facilitator for the Mastering Business Growth Program, a program that the over 135 participants so far have described as one of the most practical sales programs they've ever been involved in. Let's circle back a little bit. Just over 25 years ago, I started my first business with partners. Since then, I've gone on to found at least 6 businesses, of which 3 I was actively involved as a sales and marketing director. Over that time, 3 of those businesses were able to scale bit from 0, meaning no sales at all, 0 products and 0 revenue, to over 100 Kenya shillings in between 3 to 5 years of starting those businesses. That became the genesis and the reason why I, together with a small team, came together to start the Mastering Business Growth Program, which is now structured into a 4-week sales program that helps business people and sales manager to be able to develop the skills they need to grow their businesses more consistently by building on the templates that we provide for them to be able to better manage their sales teams. Currently, we are in mid-May, and just like me, in the next 1.5 months, you will be hitting the end of June, which is just halfway of 2025. If you're a business owner or you're a sales leader, and you run a pretty good process or pipeline, you have a very good idea whether you're going to meet your half-year targets. I want to take you through the 5 things that you need to do if you are headed to missing your target in 2025. 1. I think the first thing that you need to do once you recognize or you realize, and this needs to be very evidence-based, so you sat down, you have looked at your pipeline, you've looked at all the deals that have been closed, and it's pretty clear that you're not going to be able to meet your half-year revenue targets. I think the first thing that I find as sales leaders or business owners do is struggling with acceptance. I think many times we do not accept that we are going to miss targets. And so we possibly will spend the next 5 or 6 weeks dealing with a lack of acceptance. And in that case, what happens is that we end up not preparing ourselves for the 3rd quarter. So I think the first thing that you need to do as a business leader or a business owner is accept that you're not going to miss a target. I remember this story very well. I met a few companies just around November and December of 2024. Some of my clients, usually will call me up towards the end of the year so I can help them with their planning for the new year. And interestingly enough, some of these businesses, and I specifically want to pick 3 businesses, were between 12 and 40% behind their target. Interestingly enough, with just a few weeks to go, some of the businesses or some of the leaders in sales still believe they could hit target. Now, in my mind, I was very clear that they wouldn't be hitting their target. But I think this is a simple case of just bringing out acceptance. Many a times as managers and business owners, we do not accept that we are going to miss a target, or we do not accept a result that we can see very clearly. And sometimes that's the first step towards making a comeback in the periods thereafter. Number 2, what or why did you miss your half-year revenue targets? What is the primary reason or reasons why your target is going to be missed? I think I would like to give you a number of questions that may help you to uncover the reasons, the primary reason why you and your team will be missing your half-year targets for 2025. What activities were you able to execute as per the plans that you had in your sales and marketing strategy and plans? How well did you execute those activities? Is it possible that those activities can be executed even better? What activities were not executed well? Why? Is there a chance that you can execute those activities better in the coming months and quarter? If there is no chance that you can execute these activities better, then it's all the better for you to do away with them so that you can focus on the activities that worked and that you can repeat their execution or even improve so that you can get the results that you are looking for. Number 3, once you have reviewed your sales and marketing activities, what you want to do at this point is to go through critically at all the activities that you have identified that you can execute and sort of prioritize them based on how well you can execute them, how quickly you can be able to execute them in the coming days between the period that is left to the half year all the way into the third quarter. And what you're trying to do here is to look at the activities that you can execute within a period and get the output or the outcomes or the revenue before the end of the third period. Because one of the golden rules of revenue generation is that you want to be able to start making up for the missed target in the first half of 2025. So what you want to be able to do is prioritize sales and marketing activities that have a higher chance of success, have a higher chance of better execution, and have the highest chance of execution and delivering on the revenue that you expect. So that whatever you have missed in quarter 1 and quarter 2, you will be able to make up for it in the third quarter. Again, I want to repeat this. What you want to be able to do is have a simple process of prioritizing the activities that you will be able to plan and execute with the period left to the end of June, as well as the better first parts of the third quarter, so that you can be able to realize the results by the end of the third quarter. Because one of the rules that you need to adapt as a business owner or a sales manager running a sales team is your ability to always make a comeback and recover, or at least achieve your target for the next quarter, while still trying to identify how you can make up for the revenue that was lost in the first half. Number 4, each time that you miss your target for a period, whether it be a month, a quarter, or half a year, or a year, one of the key areas you want to look at is your process for tracking and measuring your sales activities or your KPIs. You want to take time to review how well or how robust a process you have, because each time when you miss a target, it is usually an indication or a sign that you must have missed something along the way. How well are you tracking your progress, your sales activities, your input KPIs, whether they be pitches, demos, proposals, referrals? You want to be able to track and measure your activities as you go, so that you can be able to align and make the necessary corrective actions that will enable you to have a less chance of missing your targets in the coming days. The 5th thing that you need to do if you are missing your target in 2025 is to execute like your life depends on it. Put all the plans in place, have all the resources ready, have all your plans ready and the team, and just execute like your life depends on it. Thank you. All the best as you head into preparing and executing for quarter 3, so that you can make up for the missed targets in half year 2025.